Hey there, Robin here, and in this video series I am sharing different movements on all fours that you can utilize in teaching your yoga classes or doing them yourself. So this particular set is for opening the inside of our hips, this inner abduction line, as well as warming up rotation in the spine, as well as opening up the front of the shoulders. So it's a triple whammy, nice move here. So we're coming on to hands and knees. Then we'll reach one foot back behind us, so toes are on the floor. From here, we'll slide the leg on out to the right, lining up the toes with the knee here. And then we're planting in the hand that's in front of our knee, that's on the floor. From here, pushing into the floor, let's slide our hand up our arm, up our chest, and then towards the sky. So pausing here, your shoulders are stacked. Notice how we're opening the front of the shoulder on this bottom side. Taking a breath here. As you exhale, we'll begin to slowly spiral ourselves down towards the floor, then sliding that hand underneath our rooted hand. You can stay high, or you can bend that rooted elbow, lowering your shoulder to the floor. Let's go up and down a few times. So we'll push into the hand, dragging that hand up the arm, up the chest, up the sky. That dragging just kind of adds our tactile checking in with the stacking of the arms, and then we'll rotate it back. Let's do that one more time. We'll reach towards the sky, stacking the shoulders. Be careful not to overextend. We're just trying to create one long line with our hands. Lastly, we'll thread that arm. If your shoulder's on the ground, you can then reach that other hand up overhead with the hand on the mat. So we have a lengthening on the inside of our leg. We have a rotation in the thoracic spine. And we have a lengthening in our lat on one side. Let's slide our hand on down, rising ourselves back on up towards the sky, and setting that hand on the floor. Pausing here. Lastly, if your foot is still on out, another nice thing to add is just rocking forward and back with that straight leg. Just slowly easing yourself into the inside of that leg. Awesome. Let's slide that leg back around, setting it underneath us, and we'll switch sides. So straightening in our leg, sliding the toes out to the left, toes in line with knee, planting in our hand, and then we'll lift, dragging our hand up the arm, up the shoulder, up the chest, towards the sky. Big breath here, and then we'll rotate, spiraling, threading our hand under. You can always stay high. If lowering down doesn't feel accessible to you or good on your body, you can stay high here. And then we'll rise back on up towards the sky. And again, spiraling on down. You can even lower. Let's do that one more time. Great. This time we'll drop the shoulder. If it touches the mat, you can pause there. You can also stay high. And then we'll straighten in that right arm. Another cue is to reach the hips slightly backward to lengthen the spine. And always finding our breath here. Great. We'll slide that other hand underneath our shoulder, pushing ourselves back on up towards the sky one last time. And then dropping the hand onto the mat. Let's rock ourselves back and forth a few times. Great. And then we'll slide that foot back behind us. And we can rest in a child's pose. All right. Wonderful work. So that is our variation on threading the needle. with one leg out in a lateral lunge type position. Feel free to utilize this movement in any of your warm-ups that either you teach or you take or you do on your own. And feel free to click the subscribe button so that you can get more little cues and tips like these to add into your movement practice. All right, see you in the next one.